Hello everybody, let's talk today about the V-model in easyredmine system. V-model is a principle or methodology how to deliver your project in a best quality. It means that there are certain techniques which guarantee that every step, every phase of your delivery is done. It's well verified, it's well approved, it's proceeded, and then you have arguments towards to the auditors, towards to the management that it was well done, and then you can continue in the next flow. So that's the principle of the V model. So starting with a requirement and then continuing with some design phases, coding itself, and delivery towards to the customer. It's especially known in the engineering areas or software management. And then we will directly start from the first phase, which is requirements gathering. We do have, let's say, certain modules in easyredmine. So those are the techniques how to manage the traceability between the objects. So for example, here on the screen, you can see the requirement model. So I will have one concrete requirement. Now we are delivering the radar technology. So then there will be the requirement for it. And then there is a linkage, right? So there is a link towards to the task itself. And it means that now we are getting to the traceability. So we have a requirement and then we have a task itself. The next in the flow after the requirement management, so once a requirement is approved, so then we can go to something which is called system analysis, which means that the designers should create the architecture. And now we are getting also to the dependency to another object, which is scrolling here down to the article. So if you have a module of the knowledge base in the easyredmine, so here is a link to the architecture for the radar technology in here, and here is the architecture itself, right? And of course it is versioned, so then you can see that the full history of the page, like who has seen it, who has approved it. So then you can also manage the certain workflow. Getting back, so the following one, if we will get back just for the reference, so after the requirement and the system analysis, which is now in the knowledge base, we have a software design. So getting back to the how to visualize the software design. So if I will go to the task itself, scrolling here down, there is a section called diagrams. So you can create clicking on the more new diagram, and then the diagram is placed in your task. We can even click on the show just to visualize what is the content of the diagram. So here is like some software design, or you can even click on the, let's say, graph itself, and then it will be redirected to the draw IO where you can dynamically change the objects, right? So it's extremely easy. And then afterwards, the system is also saving the history. So you have a full context, like who did it, when did it, and if it was approved or not. Regarding to the approvals, so then I would recommend to be using the Kanban board just to visualize like a certain stages, like that, for example, we have this task sensor and module integration. So if you will move it in here, so there is a past sentence or past condition, like a system analyzed. So then you have an approval that someone like architect analyzed the architecture. Then if you move it to the software design, so the same procedure to the developed, right? So it was already developed or tested. So then let's use the Kanban board, my recommendation. Then getting back to the flow. So after the software design, there should be a reference towards to the coding. So here is a module called GitLab integration. So then once you configure it, so you can pair the task itself via hash and the ID of the task with a concrete piece of the code. Especially auditors are questioning about to which task the code is relevant to. So here you have a link, so you can get directly to the GitLab or GitHub to demonstrate like which part of the code is a part of the task. So that was, let's say, the coding itself. And then if you would like to see the reference to the quality or let's say testing, so here is also one of the module which is called test cases. And the test cases, the principle is that each test case, so here you can see the relevant real test cases, and these test cases are linked towards to the task. So there is again the traceability between the test case and then the task itself. And then even the result is visible on the task level. So this is exactly how you can use the traceability using the easyredmine models. And then as said, like the last part would be the delivery towards to the customer. So I would really recommend, so those are the, let's say, best cases where you can involve the customer to the easyredmine in order to let's say give him the rights to, for example, move on the task to the last stage, which is approval by customer.